My parents didn't have much in the beginning, but they did work their ass off to provide for the three of us. I have a brother that's 7 years older than me, a sister that's 10 years. I didn't really fit into their crowd, so I sort of drifted off and did my own thing. When I look back on it, I started seeing my behavior changing when I was 8 years old, getting in fights and stealing cigarettes from my dad. And I would go in our horse trailer and I would be smoking. I wouldn't be inhaling, I would just smoke them. I smoked my first joint and I just instantly fell in love with that. From there I smoked weed every single day. We were drinking a lot, partying, and it was all fun. My junior year is when I got arrested at school for pills and I got put on probation. I didn't even see it as a problem. I said, well, I just got caught up at the wrong place, wrong time. I just kept doing my thing. After high school, I didn't know what to do. I never felt like I fit in with anybody, any crowd or anything. I was always looking for acceptance from other people. I just wasn't comfortable with myself and spending all that money on pills, and I realized I could spend a little money on heroin and just be wrecked. My bar just kept getting lower and lower. I ended up getting some more trouble on probation with heroin. Came to my house and caught me with a gun and heroin. I ended up doing 3 years in prison for that. And I get out of prison thinking everything's gonna be fine. Really no knowledge of the program or anything like that. I did go to my rehab first time when I was like 17. It was more of a Christian based. It wasn't the 12-step program. I tried that path for a little bit, it didn't work. I thought I could start drinking again. I was homeless, my parents didn't want nothing to do with me. I found myself living in my car all over town. I knew something had to change. I go to this halfway house, a sober living program, just to get my PO off my back, my parents off my back, get in their good graces again. And that only lasted about a week, and I would go out. And then I found myself at Paradise Keys, Step's house. And even then, I couldn't get it. And I hit my knees praying and, asking for help. The next day, obsession to use was lifted off of me. I got a sponsor. When I was living there, this guy was so loud and obnoxious and wanted nothing to do with them. Because I always pick a sponsor that I can manipulate. This time I knew I couldn't do that because it wasn't working in the past. So I asked this guy to sponsor me. I started going through the steps, and to be honest, I'm so scared of change. Those principles behind each step really, stuck with me, and I try to live my life based on that. I got a good job right now. I pay my rent, and being at Paradise Keys, I've built some strong relationships. It helps me a lot to have a strong support system like that. When I was out there using, I didn't let anybody get close to me. Being in this program, this house, they asked me how my day was. I can see people in their head, and I can stop and talk to them. So, that's what people did for me when I got to the program. I can't keep what I got if I don't give it away.